If you're anything like me, at this time of year, you start to think forward to the next year and how to plan out your content, how to plan out your marketing, and how to plan out your social media. But before you do anything, I just wanted to raise 6 key things you want to get right before you put pen to paper. Number 1, your brand positioning, whether that's your company's brand or your personal brand, and they can be 2 different things. More on that later, but the reality is, before you make anything, before you agree on a content strategy or a marketing strategy, you need to be really specific and really tight on your brand positioning. Why? Because everything comes from that. Everything you're going to make is going to be in furtherance to that. So you need to nail that down first so you're more efficient with everything else that you do. Number 2, are you clear on the audience you want to reach? Who your key client is, whether it's a referral source, a client specifically, or if you're going to grow a larger audience that might make up a diverse range of people. You really need to nut out who they are, what they are, where they are, before you start making plans on what to make. Number 3, do you know what your goals are and what you want to achieve? Now, this should be number 1, because the reality is everything comes from what you want as the outcome in the end. So that's going to determine what time you put in, how much money you spend, and everything like that. Because the 2 things really do go together. So get some real clarity on your goals, especially 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, and 5 years, and map it out, especially around your social media and content. It takes time to get some momentum at certain points. So make sure you have a long enough goal in mind when you're starting to make those plans for 2022. Number 4, and back to the key client, do you know where they hang out? Do you know who they listen to? Do you know how you can connect with them? Because they might be on social media or they may not be. They may be at a local sports club. They may be at industry events. They may be on Facebook. They may be on Instagram. They may be on LinkedIn. But get real clarity on where they are, what they're consuming online and in real life, and then you can create content or create touch points or opportunities, marketing material to engage with them where they are. Number 5, do you know what they like? Do you know the kind of content that they want to engage with? And I use content really broadly, but it's pieces of value. So it might be a podcast, it might be a video, it might be a blog, it might be a social media post, it might be all of that. Or it might be a nice card that you send to the key people you want to develop a relationship with, or a present, or putting on an event. Whatever it is, you really need to think about what's valuable to them, not just valuable to you, and make sure you're doing what's valuable to them. Number 6, and the final one, really linking back to the bigger picture of your goals, but you do need some clarity on budget, whether that's a time budget or a financial budget. And these things go together because obviously the more you do, the more you invest, the bigger outcomes that you are going to want to expect. But have some real clarity and be honest with yourself on that, how much time you've got to make things, how much time you have to engage. And engagement is really, really important because platforms are social. Who could do work for you? What work that you can get someone in your team or an agency to do? How much time that you can put into it, because that's going to really determine what you can do and how you do it. So those are 6 key points to really think about before you start putting pen to paper and working out what your content plan is, what your social media plan is, and what your marketing plan is. It's really, really important to get real clarity if you want to execute on it and grow your business or your personal brand in 2022.